And no, there's probably shouldn't be an "and" in the front. Welcome to the show.
All the things you missed.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
My "and" is a continuation of the 15 extra minutes of prep.
Dude,
this
it smells like
episode.
rice.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Welcome to the newest set location, Kev's house, otherwise known as the most popular sex dungeon in this neighborhood.
Have you seen my neighbors?
I have
Have you seen the house that's got like the spotlights on it?
straight HGTV house.
Dude, have you seen the house down the road that's got the colored lights?
No.
You can't tell me they don't got a pineapple thing going on.
If you understand what that means, first of all, you disgusting little freak. Second of all, like this video.
Also, you should probably check out Spicy Book Nook because
They talk about all that kind of stuff all the time. The Spicy Book Nook ladies, they get all hot and bothered on that show, okay? And here, we're cold and unbothered. We're stiff.
What's the opposite of spicy? Bland?
Yeah, spiceless.
Going
Going spiceless?
the bland board
Going Europe?
game. What's the opposite of a nook?
A knack.
Knack. Nook knack. The bland board game knack.
Board Game Archive.
It is an archive.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran out of space to put them up like the regular way. So I turned them into archives.
Like shit.
Yeah. What you see behind me is the culmination and physical representation of years
And addiction.
of addiction to crowdfunding projects, waiting for 17 years for them to fund, and then receiving them in a frustrating
Hey,
finale.
Robinson Crusoe just delivered the other day.
They're also just not opened either.
4 hour, like 4 years.
It took 4 hours.
Like 4 hours.
Post campaign, 4 hours.
It's quick. It's real quick. Yeah, shit was like 3 years.
Fulfilled by Amazon.
3 years ago. I don't know. I can't remember. I completed the pledge manager in probably like 21. Yeah.
Welcome to the Board and Scale podcast. I hope that you are enjoying it so far, that we are halfway through the show now that I've done the intro. We have some interesting topics, as always. Some of them will be interesting and some maybe not. It's up to you.
Yeah.
The first one is we're going to talk about games that we played since the last time we got together. And since Kev took a break from the last episode, I'll throw it to you.
So many games. All right. Just highlight, right? Just like the main, like one.
Yeah,
or
just
two?
your like, dang, that was really fun. That was good.
Probably Great Western Trail, 2nd edition. Did I steal it? Did I steal it again?
The base one? Is it base 2nd edition?
It is the base. It's the base 2nd edition. Because I played yours. You guys have the OG one.
My beat up copy of it.
Yeah. And he has the 2nd edition. And we played that last Sunday. And it was great. I mean, really, there's not a whole lot of differences, at least from my perspective. I didn't obviously read the rule book or anything like that, so there could have been stuff that got missed or misinterpreted or something like that. But really, like the big thing was that, like, obviously component upgrades, like the player board is now a dual layer mat, so you don't need to have the aftermarket upgrades.
Like mine.
Yeah. Which is nice, which is super nice. Like if you
I
didn't
paid like
have that,
$40 for those, which is a
yeah,
lot.
That's a lot. But yeah, and then of course they changed the Indians to bandits, which you knew that
the Native Americans.
the Native Americans, the Indians.
You Europeans.
The Native
scum.
Colonizer.
But there is one thing. There is one thing. So first of all, it's a great game. It's phenomenal. Love it. There's one thing that pisses me off though. Do you remember? I'm looking at you now. Do you remember the highest, like the purple cow? Do you remember what kind of cow that was?
Oh, the breed?
Yeah.
No.
So in your game, hold on. I'm going to make sure I set this up because Texas folk are going to have problems with this. So in the original game, it's the highest level one. In the 2nd edition, it's one of the level, like the mid-level cows. and it's the fucking Longhorn. Dude, they demoted the Longhorn from the best cow
From the
to
cow
like
of cows.
fucking mid.
What's the top cow now?
I don't even remember.
Top cow.
It's a pretty popular cow. Like
Starts
it's-
with an H.
yeah.
Highland?
No.
No. I can't remember. It's one of those ones where I'm like, I'm not a cow person, but I'm like, I recognize the name and be like, all right, I understand that this is probably a more valuable cow.
It's also crazy that the Black Angus isn't the black card.
It used to be, right? The Black Angus was a level 2 one of the starter cards, right?
2 income.
Yeah. And it's not anymore.
Wild.
Yeah.
It's just not in there at all.
Hating on my cows. No,
No, they
it's
have it. It's just not the black card anymore. It's
yellow, white.
yeah,
one
it's
of
something
those.
else. Yeah.
It's a
That's
light
a weird
color.
decision.
Yeah. Like, why's it got to be black?
I guess.
Why
but
can't it
just-
be black?
Yeah,
it's
it
the
just
Black
fits.
Angus. Just make it black.
The
It's
color-
a cow. It's not a person.
The color palette fits. The name matches.
Like Power Rangers.
Right? Fucking Triceratops. Right. Yeah. That was my game of the week. Followed, I will throw out another one. We did get to the table, Thunder Road. That was a lot of fun.
Vendetta.
Yeah, we got finally got my copy. I hadn't been able to play my copy yet. I was one of the lucky few that got my copy when they released them finally to the public on their website. So excited.
I played that once.
Yeah.
It was fun. I like how random it is.
Yeah.
I like that you can be in the lead and get completely like effed over.
I was literally one tile away from winning, but my car had a damage and wasn't on fire. What was the problem? Was I on fire?
Mm-mm. It was.
Being on fire is crazy.
I don't remember.
When I played, I was the guy
Oh.
that was like immune to the fire though, so it was really cool.
You landed under a chopper.
No. This was like I rolled a die and I was just out because I took a damage. And
Did you
I
turn into a
disabled the
wall?
vehicle.
Or hazard.
No, I was at the end and I can't remember what it was. I really can't remember, but it disabled my vehicle. And I was like, all right, that's it. That was my last one. And I was literally one move away. I think I was on fire. I think I rolled the fire die and I think I exploded. Maybe? No, because
No,
that
'cause-
kills you.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I was disabled on the we had put the finish tile down, the finish line, and I was one away from it. And
Did you guys play with the motorcycles and the big long truck?
we only had 4 players, so we didn't
Okay.
play with those ones.
Okay.
I think you can technically introduce them if you want to, but it was most people's first time playing, so I was like, well, let's just stick with the base stuff. So we played with the characters,
Mm-hmm.
and
shop.
the chop shop, and the weather conditions.
Fire.
Which, yeah, I think that fire comes with one of the different upgrades, but yeah. We played with most of the content.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Nice. That's really cool.
yeah. Good week of games. Good 2 weeks of games for me.
Dwayne,
I'm going to go Mlim.
Blim.
It's just a cute little space cat game. Push your luck.
I really want to play it, man. I brought it, by the way, because I bought a copy after seeing it and hearing about how it is a push your luck dice roller. I love big, heavy, complex games, but there is something about push your luck stuff where you pushing your luck matters to the other players as well.
Mm.
That makes it so much more fun.
What's the other game?
So I want to play it so bad.
Celestia.
Have you played Celestia?
Yep.
Okay.
That's I think Enrique told me it's similar in that
Yeah.
aspect, right?
It's very
And I
similar.
liked that game for
Yep.
that exact reason, that your turn
This one's better.
matters to other people. Thank you for saying that. I'm so
Yeah.
excited to play it.
They're both
Yeah.
good. And they're both good.
Mlem is literally just a better version of Celestia.
But they have different
And also cats.
aspects to them.
You're right.
Like the captain
cards.
doesn't change. Everything's open. Whereas in Celestia, you can bluff. The captain can
Rotates.
get off whenever they want to. Unlike in Celestia, the captain only can get off when everybody else is gone. Which is part of the whole bluffing thing. But yeah, and it's also a really like good looking game too. It was like $30, and it comes with a playmat.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, this is a topic that I had about. Not a topic I had, but that I'm gonna interject with your thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The absolute production value of that game for being $30 to me feels.
It's insane.
I feel like they said, you know what, we're gonna do as much as we can. They even got the UV spotting on the box.
Yeah.
The foil lettering.
And there's like 2 whole modules in it, and
the
like
playmat, dude.
yeah, like a
Included
good sized
when
one
they could
too.
have easily said, "Oh,
A
we're
foldable
doing,
board.
We're doing a or we have an add-on, an extra $15 if you
Yeah.
want a playmat." You know, and they just threw it
Was
in
it
there.
a Kickstarter?
No, it's just Rebel Studios retail release.
So here's the thing. I know there isn't a lot of margin in board games. Like, that's just a pretty well-known thing. Like, I think conservatively speaking, you can guess that like MSRP is double the production cost of the game.
Overall, from like everything, right?
Everything,
because
like
to make a single
design.
game, I think it's somewhere between like $4 and $8 depending on the game. But you add shipping, you add all the other like admin fees, like everything else on top of it adds up to $50, $60, $70, whatever.
Well, no, I was going to say 50% of MSRP. So if you're charging $30 for a game, the theory is that it costs $15 to make. That's ballpark, right? So when you're talking about like Kickstarters and stuff like that, that's generally still holds true. So people always, just like building that in the margins. But like, so one of two things I think this reveals: either A, Rebel Studios is just like, hey, we've got enough moneymakers out there. Like, we'd rather get a game out there that we're gonna take, we're gonna sell it, and we're only gonna make 25%, right? Something like that, and we're gonna make less per copy. But because it's a fun, easy, light, accessible game, we're gonna get this shit in Target, in Walmart. We're gonna get it on Amazon, and gonna get advertised, and we're gonna sell 50,000 copies.
Yeah.
And they're gonna offset their costs that way.
Well, I feel like-
Maybe that's the way they do it.
Like getting money by volume, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like some companies will still not do that. They'll put that with the playmat for $40, $50,
Mhm.
and be like, we'll just take our whatever profit margin on each copy. But I think the fact that they have it on MSRP for $30 and I got it on sale for $23, like
Mhm.
yes, it's a light filler game, sure, but you get a playmat, you get production value, and it's so. I haven't played it yet, right? I imagine I'm really excited about it. I imagine that I'm going to really enjoy it with the amount I enjoyed Celestia, because I don't care about Cloud Pirates or whatever that theme is, but
Yeah.
Space Cats,
So
It's very fun.
the other thing though is that from a production or from a design point of view, there's like, I mean, honestly, if you just want to reskin a game with a basic concept and add some panache to it, like there wasn't like no one had to play test this game 1,000 times
for balancing.
for balance. They
Yeah.
didn't have to do that, right? That's just not a part of the game design for this game. So you take a concept like Celestia and you say, hey, how can I improve on this, or how can I tweak it or whatever in a way that will make more money? And you'd be like, all right, well, Cloud Pirates, whatever, like that's fine. But cats,
Yep.
everybody loves
Everybody
cats.
loves
Space
cats.
cats.
Calico, I feel like really cemented just cats as a theme for me.
Dude, let's be honest. I mean, like, crazy cat ladies are staying at home anyway. Board games are fucking perfect for them.
There's a
Mhm.
Cat Lady board game,
Right.
which is
There's
also
a cat-
pretty
which
good.
is also a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat Lady, Calico, Isle of Cats.
Dude, there's
The
lots of cat
cats-
stuff.
Love them.
Race for the Raft, which obviously is Isle for the
It
Cat-
also
Isle
just
of
goes.
Cat
It also
adjacent.
just goes in the animal,
Yeah.
like the animal theme too.
Yeah,
Animals is
plus one for
people are gonna
animal
eat that
lovers.
shit up.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing that I'll go after. So this is like so theory one is that like, all right, hey, they just they're taking a hit on their profits, right?
Yeah,
And,
smaller
they're still
margin.
making money, but they're not making as much. Alternatively, board games don't cost as much as people have been telling us they do.
What's I'm saying? From what I remember reading about, and this is a long time ago, there was a smaller designer who was talking about the cost per game for this game he put on Kickstarter. I think it was like $60, $70 MSRP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said that for each game, the company was looking at an estimated $4 to $6 or something like that per copy to manufacture each copy of the game. On top of that $4 to $6, that's just the
Mm-hmm.
like for the manufacturer to
Make the cardboard
copy.
box, make the cardboard cards,
pieces.
the pieces, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, shipping, freight, right? That's a huge thing when you're doing admin, and then you have distribution companies,
Yep.
and then you're selling en masse to local game stores, and you're selling to them for, at this point, $30 a copy, $40 a copy, and then they're going to sell it for $40, $50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Online retailers who are putting it on sale for pre-order for $15 under MSRP. I get where bits and pieces are getting, added on every single step.
Yeah.
There's just too many steps.
Well, that's why, like,
I'm wondering what step they removed, or if, like you said, they're just, you know what, we're fine. We'll take a 5% profit on each copy.
Yeah.
And just hoping it would hit. And for me, I feel like the vibe is that it's hit.
yeah. I mean, because even if that game cost $5 to make, which I don't know, China, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it is, maybe it's less, but like when you're talking about like $1 or $2 per game less, like I said, adds up over time. If you're talking about but if you sell 50,000 copies and every one of those games cost $1 less to make than had been otherwise, that's only $50,000. And I know that's not nothing. Like, I'm not scoffing at $50,000 in profit, but that's not that much.
Well, I guess and then an extra thing, right, is like the choice of adding a playmat over a cardboard, 2 cardboard pieces, puzzle pieces, that I think if no one had ever thought about, that comes with a playmat, you'd be fine with a cardboard thing because that's the status quo, right?
Yeah.
The game would just play the same and be fun. But that extra little deluxe piece, I wonder if that costs more.
I'm sure it does. It probably doesn't cost as much as we think it does, because I know there are places that do, like, you can order custom mats, and they're not cheap, but they're not like ungodly expensive. So like for someone to be able to mass produce them, it's probably cheaper. I wonder though, right? Are we just at a point in games where there are enough, like the retail copies of games, they're just cardboard components. They're just cards and cardboard. It's the cheapy cheap, right? That maybe Rebel Studios is saying, we're going to up the level of quality in the retail version of the game, so that way when you're faced with a choice, you can get, I don't know, trying to think of Wingspan, right? That's an expensive game. That's not even a $30 game, but like, I'm trying to think of a common $30 game.
I mean, but you get a little bit. You get a little bit more. You get a little dice tower.
That's what I'm
get
saying.
some
That's a
trays.
bad comparison. I'm trying to think of like a cheaper, like $30 to $40 board game.
Some people would say Terraforming Mars in its initial run when it was $70 MSRP, and it's like all the pieces are
cardboard. Everything's cardboard. I'm having a shit time trying to figure out like what a good example is, because I don't really think about games like that.
You're not even a real gamer, dude. You can't just list a game.
Right. That's $40 at Target right now.
Yeah.
You're right. But like,
I mean, think of Villainous. Villainous's copies, $30, something like that. Like,
is that
they've
it?
got some good, nice little pieces in there, I think.
Do they? Is it all cardboard?
It's not all cardboard. They've got like little crystals in there.
Crystals, and then
the
there's
minis,
like the plastic.
The plastic minis, yeah.
So maybe
little,
Rebel
like,
Studios
cauldron thing
isn't the first. Maybe they're taking the cue from other stuff like that. Like, look, in order to compete in this space, you do now need to give people more.
Yeah.
You can't just give them a box full of cardboard and paper. They're not going to pay for it. They're not going to be interested in it.
Yeah.
But if you buy Millennium and you're like, hey, talking to your casual board game friends, and you're like, hey man, check this out. I got this for $30 at Walmart, Target, whatever. And it's got I've never seen this before. It's a playmat. You're talking about like gamers who don't game a lot, right? And it's got a playmat. Like, oh man, it's way cooler than a board.
Yeah, that's neat.
And now everyone's like, gotta grab it.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, again, I haven't even played it, right? But I'm excited to play it with my in-laws are visiting. So because I'm thinking, this is only $30 game. If they like it enough to where I think they'll play it with my brother-in-law, he's young, he's like 13, I'll buy another copy, you know? And that's 2 copies to one from one person just because it's affordable and really cool and well-produced and hopefully fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I can tell you that.
I'm sorry we hijacked that one from you, but
Yeah.
I'm just really excited and I wanted to spit that out about the production value of the game itself. And Disney can afford to take that little bit of a hit to be the first ones to do it.
Yeah, with villainous.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
It's all good. I mean, there's not a lot to talk to. Not a lot to talk about. Not a lot to talk to. Oh, not a lot to talk about when it comes to Mlem. I mean, it's a simple game. Yeah, the production is just really nice. That's like
Cats and
one of the best parts about it.
That
I will say
instantly
the
sold it
theme
for me.
The theme is not very. It doesn't come through that well. It could just be humans, like literally. But
hey, there's a planet that's a
So
ball
here's
of
the thing,
yarn.
if it can be just humans, why not be cats?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the theme of Space Cats. It's badass.
it's
We love it.
clearly just meant
But-
to appeal to like.
It could have just been humans. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clearly meant to appeal to an extra
If
niche.
it was humans, I would have taken a second thought before buying it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
100%.
Because I mean, it's just at that point, it's just a push your luck game. But a push your luck game with Space Cats.
Space Cats? The art on
Space
the
Cats.
box? Neat.
Yeah.
The foil UV, whatever paper on that?
It's a good looking game,
Beautiful.
dude. See it on the shelf, man? Sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
That blue, that gold lettering.
I'll tell you what,
Those
that's
3
probably going to be
cats?
the most. I'm going to play that Push Your Luck game, probably the most I've ever, of every Push Your Luck game I've ever played. So, because it's going to be nice to pull out and play.
Pull up.
It's a good one.
All right, what's your game of the week?
My game of the week is. I'm struggling a little bit, actually.
No Mercy.
I'm not going to. No. It's a good game. I'm going to say Kutnahora because, A, that is one of the 3 games I've been able to play. One being No Mercy, and
No
the other
Mercy.
being Encyclopedia right after we recorded the other pod. So, almost a week ago. And since then, I've only been able to play Kutnahora right before this podcast, which I've been wanting to play. I've been excited to play. I bought a copy of it, not on a whim, but kind of seeing it, the way it's presented and being like, I think I would be into that. I'm going to buy it. Played the game. It's a good game. I will say I'm not a huge fan of finite actions. They already know that. I like being able to have some kind of control in how fast or how long a game is going to play. But I did not feel like I didn't have enough time to do things. I just feel it's my first play, so I didn't understand everything completely, so I wasn't able to be efficient with my turns. But it's a great game. I like the economy part of it. I think you had a valid point at the end where it almost becomes an obvious. You don't really have a choice. I feel like at the end, maybe not. At least I didn't really have a choice.
You
to
talking about
make.
like min-maxing your last action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just this is
It's
going to get me
just-
the most points, so I'm doing this. That's it.
I think it's just because 3 of the 5 actions you take are all part of one thing.
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't have a plot out, then it's like,
Why
and it's the last round,
You need a plot.
I'm not
you
gonna-
need the right.
and then you
Just
need
so
to
you can
build
build.
it,
And
and,
then you
it's
have to
like
play the
I'm not
building.
gonna have time to do it. But if I have a write out, I can take 1 action to plot. I can take 1 action to build. That's cool. That's fine.
I also do wonder though, because like when you talk about like some of the buildings and whatnot, so you talk about like, all right, you got a plot. Plotting can be cheap if you have the rep. Buying the rights can be cheap if it's in the right spot, right? So those things can be cheap. Wood, depending on what you're building, right, can still be expensive to actually build the dang thing. But like a building in the moment, especially in the last round, if you're not going to take an income, or maybe you do take an income afterwards, is only going to be worth the points that it gets you from the pips around it, which unless you have something that's super clutch, if your income is $80, 80 groschen, then that's the smarter
points.
action.
Yeah.
Because you're not spending any money. You're just taking the money. So, like, my only retort would be that maybe 1 point per $10 is actually just too much. Maybe it should be one per 20.
I thought, dang, you only get 1 point every $10. That's nothing. But apparently, you can get a lot of points.
Yeah,
I mean, you get a
and
lot
you
of
also-
because you get
you
a lot
also-
of money.
yep.
You also
I-
go through a lot of money though too. I mean, you start with 40 to $44. So it's like
43
US dollars.
groschen.
groschen, 40 to 43 groschen. So it's like you're going through money quick. I mean, at some points you're like you got 1 or 2 groschen left just on you.
I was broke.
Yeah.
I had $0, 0 groschen.
But
Fine.
then like you hit those income turns and then it's like
Yeah,
it's coming in.
It's
coming
just it's just really easy to min max out your last hand. To look at the board and look at what you've got and be like, all right, I've got 5 actions. What can I do with 5 actions? Hey, only 3 of those could be income. But honestly, I'm wondering if your shit's set up right, like it might just be the most productive thing for you to take those actions and just put them into money.
And unfortunately for us, his income turn, not only did your income turn just flat out give you more points than our income turns, right? And it's just part of his strategy in the game and him setting himself up for that. But the income also allows you to potentially pay 1 point worth of coins to add on from a pool of Patronuses or whatever they're called
Patrons?
for scoring
Patricians?
multipliers, which for our case, the scoring multiplier that he was able to add on was giving him twice the amount of points that we were getting at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And again, it's just part of the strategy end of the game. But when he's doing his last turn, it's just very obvious in the cards that.
I mean, he
person
only
is
got
winning.
6 extra points because of that.
6,
whole game.
but 6 points ahead of us.
No,
You know?
totally. I understand that, but that was there are other things at play that I think were more important.
Yeah.
Like the problem too is that neither of us competed for the patrons in the other spaces,
No.
the Pelicans or the
Public
buildings ones, because they weren't strategies we were playing into. I didn't give a crap about St. Barbara. I got 1 Pelican token and did one thing because it was convenient. I did not care about St. Barbara.
See, I wasted my turns getting Pelican tokens. I had like 2 left over at the end. I didn't even get the points from the used Pelican token thing.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to like. I feel like maybe the patricians or whatever it is, like that's probably one of like your guiding strategies for the game. Like you have to kind of like, hey,
Pick
which
one.
one do I care about the most? But the other thing too is like the mining one. Like I just felt like I couldn't leave. I wasn't gonna do any mining. I literally told myself at the beginning of the game I wasn't gonna do mining, and then I was like, well, this is super cheap right now. I've got an extra action. Let me throw it at it. And the next thing I knew, I was like, well, I've got 1 in every row. Oh, and someone's putting the yellow guy out.
Yeah.
Oh. So I don't know. I enjoy the game a lot. I think there's definitely some minor issues with the game. And I think if you play it enough, you could probably nitpick those things to a certain extent. You can probably also mitigate those things to a certain extent if you play it enough to be like, all right, well, I know what to expect. I know how to understand like what I'm doing. Yeah.
Sounds like I'm being
Also-
negative. I did enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Another great looking game, in my opinion. I love the way it looks.
Oh, the
Like
which is funny because it's not like your usual.
no,
Dark.
it is
Dark and
nowhere
gritty.
near my style of game. Theme wise, look wise, like the board has like this like super slick, cool like sheen on it that looks really dope. But starting out, it's like it's all gray. It's all gray and black. But like as you start putting
silver mining.
Yeah.
as you start putting buildings out and you start putting your player pieces out, you get like these blues and pinks, reds, and it just looks really cool, like all out on the board at the same time. And like the pieces, like those little rewood pieces, sick. They feel nice. They look cool.
Yeah.
Really detailed.
components, I do like the way the components look and feel.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah.
I think this is the third time we've talked about this game. It's a good game.
On the show?
Yeah, I think so. Because we talked about it before when we played it first, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, probably when, because you guys played it a while ago for the first time.
We played it at Black Potion for the first time several weeks ago. And then we played it here last Monday.
Something
Not
like
this
that.
Monday, but the Monday before that, I think. So that's still like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, this was our third play. Maybe we didn't talk. Oh, no, because I wasn't here. This was the second time we talked about it, but
Okay.
it's a great game. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, it's good. I'll definitely need some more plays, a couple more plays before my opinion is solid. But right now, I enjoyed my play. There were some things that I was like, but overall, enjoyed my experience. Love the feel of the game too. Like you were saying, the components are all really cool. They're made of that material called rewood. I'm not sure what that is, but
It's just recycled wood.
okay, that makes sense. But yeah, that was my highlight. Kutnahora from Czech Games Edition.
Wait, the game it's actually Czech games?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too convenient because it's a game about a Czech city.
Fitting, huh?
Hey, look, just lean into it. Just lean into it.
All right. And while Kevin is interested in that portion of trivia,
Geography.
we are going to dive in to the next section of the podcast, which is also trivia.
All right, get your boards out.
Saint Barbara.
Kevin is the question master.
Oh, that
today.
should be. Oh, you know what? That's gonna be my bonus question. No, let's see if any of you guys actually ever listen to me.
Yeah, it's your patron saint, Saint Barbara. I know.
Of what though?
Patron saint of our
Oh, God. If it's about history.
See,
no,
I tune all that
no,
out.
I know it. Artillery.
there you go. All right,
Sick.
I almost said field artillery because I was
That is
thinking of the
technically
trebuchet.
field
Is it
artillery.
field artillery?
yeah, it's field
Okay.
artillery because you also have air defense artillery.
Okay. I
But she's a
listen
patron saint of artillery in
sometimes.
general. So, all right. Okay, first one. Tee it up easy.
And I'm going to get it wrong.
Tee it up easy. It's too bad Ken's isn't here because this would be one she'd love. How many different types of wine can you make in viticulture?
Easy.
Let me see. Let me sneak peek.
Don't get it wrong, Dwayne.
Don't fuck it up.
This insanely easy question.
All right. What you got?
4.
4. All right. Name them.
Bonus point for naming them.
Name them.
Red wine, blood, champagne.
Red, white, blush, polish.
Wrong.
It's champagne.
You are incorrect.
It's a P. It starts with a P.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
It's
Nope.
not Pinot
It's got a
Grigio.
P in it.
Oh,
What is this type of
Red, white, blush.
oh man.
if it's not made in the Champagne region of France?
Dude, I don't even know.
What makes champagne champagne?
What's the first letter?
What makes champagne champagne?
I don't drink.
I know, but what makes champagne
Oh,
champagne?
it's like sparkling.
It's bingo. Sparkling wine.
It's sparkling wine.
Sparkling wine.
That's not a bonus point.
That's it. Hey, speaking of, give me that glass.
No, that's fine. I won't. Yeah, I won't expect a bonus point for that.
Hold on, I had
That's honestly-
I had this little
Honestly,
little-
embarrassing that I didn't know that.
Yeah, you should be.
Is that one dry?
No, it's pretty sweet.
As someone who held
Try
the
it.
12-time win streak in viticulture over Kenzie, disappointed.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
That is a
Elvino.
Famille Bougère
3.8.
Vouvray.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah,
La Famiglia.
it's a nice
La Familia.
Vouvray.
Biblioteca.
All right. Okay.
I'm a little Latino.
Wow.
All right. Here's a hard one. We'll see.
Say less.
Who designed
Oh boy.
Libertalia?
You know what's funny, Dwayne?
Libertalia or Libertalia Winds of Galecrest?
Doesn't matter.
This is related. You're going to see the name and you're going to be like, it's Destiny. You know it, don't you now?
Oh, did you just give him a clue? Are
I
you gonna
did just
blow
give him a
this?
clue.
You gonna blow this? But
You don't remember, do you?
don't.
let me see what you got. Oh, damn.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm gonna be curious to see now, like how you know that, because I know the name, like I've heard it before, but like I was looking at like other games, and I'm like, I guess I've heard of some of these, but yeah, I'll be curious. Five,
I'll tell you
4,
the biggest reason why I remembered.
3, 2,
You're gonna hate it as soon as I show
1. Ready? Some guy.
you. Paolo Mori.
It is Paolo Mori. He even spelled that shit right.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that guy?
Fun fact, Kev, did you watch last week's episode?
I did. Oh, is he the?
He was the guy who had the most designs of expansions and base games of the 3 designers. But
I couldn't think of it.
it is not because I somehow cheated a week in the in the past like
Yeah.
that. He also designed the Mountain King games, which
Oh, interesting.
I played Hollow the Mountain King
Yeah.
quite a few times. I've played Fall of the Mountain King. So
Okay.
it was one of those where I really, really liked. At least,
Yeah.
if I'm wrong, this is very awkward.
It's the mic.
But that is who I think. I'm pretty sure is the one that designed them.
The
Yeah.
mic
And
smells-
I know he also has a 2-player game that I really like that I can't remember. Really liked that I can't remember.
the mic,
Yeah.
The mic smells like rice. That's what it is.
Let me smell your. I don't know what kind of rice you're eating. Hey, did you guys hear that? Like, they're trying to convince the fucking world that you can't eat refrigerated rice. Like, like if it like after you cook it, like a day later, you can't eat it because there's like some shit that'll grow in it and potentially kill you.
Well, is that because of that kid that just unalived from eating room temperature rice that he left out for a week?
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
He contracted some kind of bacteria and it murked him,
There's levels to this.
unfortunately.
Yeah, but like they're like people are coming out on the fucking Instagrams and the TikTokies and shit and being like, you can't eat. It's got
Well,
potential for like one day later it can grow.
I think that's,
refrigerated rice.
That's literally I don't take me Jesus.
I think part of it is sensationalism, right?
right.
Cold storage has been proven to be fine, like a fine way to eat things for
But they're saying that it's not.
right. But
I don't know. I don't believe their science.
I feel like more of us would have gotten unalived.
Right? Exactly. I eat a
over time.
shit ton of rice.
I also eat a lot of rice.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't like it depends. Maybe, but I just eat normal white rice from Costco by the big giant.
Do you wash your rice?
I feel like you have to, right?
So, fun fact.
You used to
Growing
not.
up, my mom always had minute rice.
Okay.
So you don't wash that shit.
Yeah.
And when I became my own adult, I was like, minute rice is ungodly. It's not ungodly expensive, but it's more expensive than buying just like regular
rice.
bags of rice. And so I literally, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then like I got a rice cooker and everything. And I'm like, oh, this is super easy. This is great. Why have I not been doing this my whole life? And, yep. And, I'd never washed my rice. I had no idea. No one had ever told me.
You eating dusty rice.
No fucking clue.
You eating dusty little
Yeah,
grains.
until I had a lady over at my house and I was cooking for her.
You made her eat dusty rice?
No, I didn't because she saw me getting the rice ready. Because she was there. I was like standing around. I'm making.
You guys
the
are hanging
beer or
out in the
whatever. Yeah.
kitchen.
And she sees me go to start making this rice, and she's like, "Are you gonna wash that?" And I'm like,
What do you mean?
"I'm like, what do you mean?" She's like, "You need to wash your rice."
You're like, you're dumb. You don't put soap in your food. Why would you?
Yeah. So lesson learned, and that was only like 3 years ago. Yeah.
Kev.
Eating a lot of dirty rice, dude.
Oh my god.
So much dirty rice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, that would
wash your
explain-
rice.
That would explain who he is now.
Yeah, right. All right, last question.
I just need Sebastian to get this wrong.
Yeah, you do. There's a bonus too. There's a bonus. We'll do the closest, so someone's gonna win.
Bum 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 bum.
In the base game of Wingspan, what bird has the largest wingspan? Base game only.
Oh man, I've played with every expansion from the day they came out. So all
Yeah,
the
the
birds.
amount of birds that I've seen in that game.
It's probably still pretty close to the biggest.
It is actually. I'm not going to say it out loud because that's a hint.
I've got 3 in my head.
You got 3 in your head? Pick one.
Honestly, I'm just gonna go
Do it.
based off of
send it.
knowledge that I know about birds,
Knowledge that
I'm a bird guy, and I know things about birds.
and not even about the game.
Yo. Wait, let me see it. Let me see it.
No,
Let me
you're gonna
peek.
tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm not going to tell you shit.
I don't even know.
You don't know. You have no idea. Oh, what do you got? Okay. All right.
I said
The guesses were blue heron
me.
and albatross.
Oh shit! It's the albatross.
It is neither.
Let's go.
It's a fucking.
The answer is California condor.
That's in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna write California Condor. I don't remember ever seeing that.
Yeah, base game.
Yeah, the
It's one
5
of the-
million cards in the game.
I really wish I wrote that down.
I think
oh
it's
my.
if I'm not mistaken, it's a white or like no power card. And
Yeah,
it's just like worth
it's-
8 points or whatever.
I could have swore.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so upset about that.
Condor.
That was my win.
Is
Yeah.
an albatross even
Is it
in
named
Wingspan?
California Condor?
I don't know.
Is it named California Condor?
According to the
I just
internet.
can't picture that name in that in
What's
the
its
in the
wingspan?
font.
Well, that was going to be the bonus question, but we obviously don't need to do that. Hold on. California condor
Damn. I should have known that.
wingspan.
I know that that's the largest wingspan in America or in North America, but I did not, or not North America, but America at least.
It's this guy.
That's
I ha-
literally the
the
bird.
amount of times I've seen
It's a draw 2 bonus cards one.
the
That's
amount of
the
times I've seen
bird.
that card too
Yeah.
is crazy.
Oh, that's right. He
the
takes
bird
no
I
food.
pictured, but I just couldn't picture those letters above them.
I feel like I see that card every time I play
Yeah.
Wingspan.
So
Yep.
yeah, every
So,
time.
what do you think his wingspan is?
What's the?
Centimeters.
It's centimeters.
Yeah.
Centimeters. Because we are.
Stupid Americans.
251.
$217.
That motherfucker was not gonna say 200
Nope.
until I said 200.
277.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
on there with the 7.
Yeah.
I thought about going
You're
70,
60 off.
but I was
Your
17.
ass was thinking like 150. before
No,
I
no,
said
no,
200
no,
or
no, no, no,
something.
no, no, no.
40 centimeters. How big is a centimeter? Well,
Don't underestimate me.
Well,
Well, you know what?
some centimeters mean more for some people than others.
3-0, baby.
Fuck off.
Dude, I tried to set you up with the
Unfuckwittable.
Libertalia one too.
How am I supposed to know that?
That's
Y'all
your
know
favorite
It's one of
game.
your fucking.
Y'all know I don't give a goddamn about fucking designers,
You're not a real
artists,
gamer.
obviously.
I honestly don't give a shit. Yeah, if you'd asked that question to me, fuck, I don't know. I stole that from I permutated that question from somebody else. I was looking up like trivia
Board game
questions or
trivia.
whatever, and it was the question was is who designed Scythe, and I'm like, that's too fucking easy. Like,
Yeah.
come on, that's not, we're not doing that one. So I was like, well, we pick a different game, like same question, different person, and pick it a game.
Still a Stonemeyer joint though.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was like, well, let me pick still a Stonemeyer game. You know, we'll see. So,
Yeah, once y'all start getting into that, you lose me.
hey, look, I'm honestly like, I'm going to do the same. But if you'd ask, like I said, if you'd ask that question to me, ask that question for 98% of those games back there.
Well, let me tell you who did the illustrations for Tapestry.
Beth Sobel.
No, you're not gonna know who
Ian
it is.
O'Toole.
Because why would you? Ron
Mark
Brown.
Garofalo.
Ron Brown.
Ron Brown.
Why would you know that?
Yeah.
I know that because I was so fascinated with those dumb little houses, and then he talked about where he got the idea for the game. He saw those components first. The person that designed those components, Ron Brown, made those and just shared them in the world. And like, he's like, look, I made these cute little things. And then apparently Jamie saw those and was like, I am making a game around those.
That's fucking wild.
Contacted him, says, I want to put those in a game. Tapestry was born.
Hell yeah.
The only artist that I know, aside from Beth Sobel now,
Is the artist formerly known as.
is Mr. Cuddington, who did Tidal Blades and also Funfair.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to lie, seeing Mr. Cuddington on that box.
It's so tough.
No, it's not. It is
Are you serious?
It is the only the negative thing on that
Dude,
box.
Mr. Cuddington
I don't like it.
is
On which game?
hard.
On Tidal Blades.
Oh.
I have literally seen his name printed on the box, and I'm nah. Because I
Bro.
don't like the way it looks on the box.
Oh, you don't like the way his name looks on the box.
Just Mr. Cuddington. I don't
Mr.
like the,
Cuddington.
I
That's
don't
so
like the way
hard.
it
as
looks.
opposed to like Bob Cuddington.
Yeah, put your name on there.
Yeah.
I don't like Mr.
Yeah. That honestly is weird. Why are you Mr. Cuddington?
It's different.
It's his pen name, I
Mr.
guess. Right?
Cuddington.
It's
But
different, you know?
I guess,
Who's-
but
Well, I mean, I was going to say who's going to remember Bob Cuddington, but Cuddington's pretty,
and here's the thing: is
pretty-
I remember his name. I remember I specifically don't like seeing Mr. Cuddington on a box.
usually the only time you see people like stress their honoraries is when they're douchebags with PhDs.
Tidal Blades
Yeah,
is the shit, though.
I know, right? Who
Yeah,
would do that?
I don't know. It's weird.
Probably not a history doctor.
Can't use the right "your" though,
Nope.
or the right there.
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 Okay, really quick. I'm gonna walk over. You guys fill time. I
All
have
right.
to confirm that the Mountain King is Paulo Mori because it's freaking me out now.
By the way,
Well,
Shoulda
Fallen Mountain
talked-
King's over on the other
should have
side.
talked about this on the game recap. I know this is a board game podcast. I gotta talk about it, bro. Fucking Hell Divers 2 game just came out. I got it. I've played every day since. It's a video game where literally you are
Give me my wine.
the community is just super soldiers, right? And you're going to these different planets and you're either fighting bugs, giant bugs, or robots. And it's this real-time game where both sides, bugs and bots, are both pushing towards Super Earth.
I was wrong, and I'm disappointed.
Are both pushing towards Super Earth, and the community is trying to hold them back. We are losing, by the way, to the bots. They are continually coming in on Super Earth, and we're losing that fight because everybody's trying to fight the bugs because they're easier and more fun. But we need to fight the bots, even though they're harder and more scary. But goddammit, democracy. We need to spread freedom into the galaxy so we can push these fuckers back. I love this game. It's so good. and at the price of cheaper than other games coming out today, you get fucking 10 times the fun. It's so good. You just go
It's a
around
hard
shoot shit.
shooter.
It's so fucking fun.
It's a hard shooter.
It's so good.
I'm cutting all this out, by the way.
You should. It's a hard shooter. It's literally just, from everything I've seen from it, it's literally just you go and you shoot a certain type of thing until you die.
It's so
And that's it.
It's
There
so
are no objectives.
good though.
There
There are plenty of objectives.
There's no story.
There's plenty of
This was the
objectives.
best shit. Fucking
There's a story.
Matthew the other day, I'm like, so is there a narrative? Is there a story? Is there something like whatever? And he's like, the community makes the story by choosing where they're gonna fight and how they're gonna fight. And you get this shit. And that's not a fucking story, man. It's just acknowledge what it is.
There it's a story. It's not much of a
It's
story,
not a
but
story.
there's a story.
It's not a story.
It's
not a story worth telling.
There is a story.
I'd rather watch iRobot and fucking Starship Troopers back to back, and it would have been time better spent.
There is a story. It's not much of a story, but who needs that? Because you're fucking you're just going out shooting shit,
Dude,
for freedom
all right.
and liberation.
I don't need
You're
to-
pushing back the forces of evil, so Super Earth doesn't get invaded.
Go
God
play-
damn it, it's so fun.
Go play freaking COD Zombies. Go
No,
play
because that shit's whack.
freaking whack. Go play
It's so cinematic.
Not,
Gears
not
of-
when you know the Easter eggs.
You've got these hordes.
Gears of
You've
War.
got these hordes
Horde
of
mode.
enemies, and it's 4 versus fucking hundreds. And the fun that comes out of that is like oh man.
So he's
you're
got-
dropping bombs, you're throwing
What other stuff has
grenades,
Paolo done?
you're closing fucking bug nests.
What else
These
is
bot drops are
it
coming
sounds
down.
literally like fucking Gears of War. dropping
Blitzkrieg,
mess.
Dogs of War, Small World,
You haven't even played
Oh,
it.
Small World?
Libertalias. All I remember.
Yeah. Well, you did Small World?
Only, yeah.
Well,
That's
a big
all
one.
that's recognizable for me.
Yeah.
All the other
Interesting.
ones, I don't. La Ilsa Bonita, Glee Responsability,
Oh, some boring stuff.
I guess.
That makes sense. With a name
I
like
could
Paolo
have
Mori, I'm
I could have
guessing he's-
swore I
Josh
had known him
English.
from other stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin's
Well.
just a hater who hates fun.
I just
He
don't
doesn't like fun.
like it. It just, to me, I don't understand. Like, I love video games. Like, I loved one of the. I
Doki
haven't.
Doki Literature Club.
Yeah,
I haven't played a game. I haven't played a video game in a hot minute. It's been a while. But like one of the last games I played was Horizon Zero Dawn, and that game was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a good game.
in so many ways because it had such great action, great storytelling. Everything about it was phenomenal. And like I've definitely played just mind-numbing shooting games, and there's room for that. But like that's all this game is from start to finish. Is you log in and you shoot stuff until you die. There is no substance. There's no story worth telling.
You have to get out. You have to get off the planet. There's plenty of things to. There's plenty of things to do.
Do any of your
Yes.
characters have names?
Yes. Are some missions?
Do any of the characters have names?
No, because you go through them. That's the fun, though. That's the fun.
That's not fun.
It is. You go to a different planet. Yes, there's some missions where it's just like kill shit and destroy nests, destroy eggs. But then you've got shit where it's like activate this nuke, so it goes off and it drops on to the planet. Escort these scientists off the planet. Fucking collect data so you can bring it back to the ship.
Are you as bored as I am?
Honestly, I'm just kind of zoning out right now.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I do like a mindless shooter, so
It's-
that's cool. But
Hey,
you can't
Hey.
argue that it is like a substance game. It's fine that it has no substance. It's fine.
dude, a mindless shooter. At least play it like
It's-
an online, like a multiplayer game where you're playing against somebody.
how many goddamn times do I have to say this? It's fun.
Hey, if it's fun for you, great.
You've never played it.
I'm
So what
never
does it
going
matter?
to.
You can't say that. You just don't like fun.
Disclaimer:
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get it so I can play with them.
Yes,
Do it.
sir.
Yeah.
That's
Do
what
it.
I'm talking about.
You're
we
being
need more. We need
troops.
more firepower on the front lines to push these fuckers back.
And if you guys want to play,
Helldivers 2, baby.
Space
Get
shoot 'em
it.
up.
We need more of you for democracy,
Hit him up on Instagram
freedom,
so you can add him on
liberation.
whatever console he is playing on. But otherwise, I think that is it for the episode.
So
We
good.
are an hour in.
Kevin's just a
That was
hater.
impressive.
His rant or just in general?
No, the fact that we made it to an hour.
Yeah.
I think
I told you, usually
Time flies when you're having fun.
usually,
Time flies when you're on the couch.
oh yeah.
I think the rant was pretty good.
That was fucking waste. Don't waste your time. Go do something worthwhile with
I
your
commit.
life.
I got Sebastian to think about it.
That's
That's
just
that.
because he's lonely.
You're also
He just wants to play with people.
Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, remember to hit that bell, the like button, the subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. If you want to see more, if you want to hear more of a passionate discussion from one
Dude,
of us,
that's-
it's one of us every week.
that's
It's one of
two
us
back-to-back
hitting.
videos where I got passionate
Heated.
around a game.
That's true.
I mean, that last one was pretty. Like, I did watch the video, but that was pretty like well warranted though. Like, they like Blood on the Clock Tower is like a complete, is like a visceral thing for people.
Yeah.
Like that is a serious like you want to.
Well, I
But
think
hey-
anything that has a large fan base who really, really enjoy it have a pretty vocal.
I just
want
want to go on the
It's
record.
not even that good.
I just want to go on the record and say that Enrique is wrong about everything related to Blood on the Clock Tower. In fact, just
Oh,
it was there.
It was
Is
there.
is there a bet? It's like, how many times will we say it?
And with that, folks, the show is emphatically over. Goodbye.
Cheers.